Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. We love Thought Thursday. We love some mysticism and some crystals in the house. We have Deidre Hade from Santa Barbara, my hometown. You look absolutely gorgeous in the pink. We love it. So you're a poet, mystic, guide, and author. Tell us about these crystals.
Wow. I love crystals, in case you can't tell. My house in Santa Barbara is filled with crystals. Crystals, for me, ever since a young child, I always felt happy when I had crystals around me. And then I started, as I grew up, I would collect more and more crystals. And crystals just bring joy and happiness. Then when I started my healing work, Radiance Healing, after my mother was diagnosed with cancer, and she lived 13 years longer. They gave her a year. She lived 13 years longer. And so I started to do this healing work. It just came through, this light. And so I started to study the light. And when that happened, I realized, wow, all these crystals that I've been collecting all these years, they're actually Mother Nature's light. They're actually made of the stars. And so they hold properties of energy, subtle energy fields that can heal us, uplift us, and transform our lives.
I absolutely love that, and I think it's a beautiful gift of the universe. They're part of the earth.
Yes, they are.
And they've captured such energy. So tell us about the crystals you brought with us today.
Well, I brought many different crystals. Some I'm more partial to than others. This one here, this is a rose quartz.
My fave.
And rose quartz is really, it calms, it brings comfort. Let's say that you have a hard time sleeping at night. If you take a rose quartz and you just hold it up next to you like this, and just say set your intention with the quartz crystal, just beautiful crystal, please help soften my mind, help my thoughts rest so I can have a beautiful sleep. Surround me in your soft pink light. And the crystal, which is consciousness, because everything is consciousness, will work with you to help you go to sleep.
So explain this for people, because I mean, as a Dr. Divinity, we talked a lot about aligning with universal law, aligning with higher frequency, and that really is the light. The light is really the highest flow of energy. So tell people how, they're like, how does a rock have consciousness, right? So in your language, tell us what you mean by that.
I would be very happy to tell you. So consciousness is energy, and everything is energy. Even in physics, my husband, Will Arndt, made the movie What the Bleep Do We Know?
Yes.
Your husband?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, we've been married 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
And now we've been going on the road doing a show called The Mystic and the Physicist.
Oh, love it.
No way. I love that.
He does the physicist and I'm the mystic. So, according to physics, we are all energy. Everything's an energy. And at the subatomic level, this crystal here is actually fluid. Nothing is really hard. It just seems hard, but at the subatomic level, it's fluid. And because it's energy, it carries a property. So it has a property to it. That is called consciousness. And you can feel it. You know how sometimes you'll walk in a room and you feel really good, and then you might go somewhere else and you go, wow, I just don't feel good. You can't say why, but you feel it. And that's the subtle energy frequencies I'm talking about. You feel it. If you have a certain fabric, if a certain person, something changes in you. And that's what we have to become more aware of in our world today, I truly believe, so that we can be heart-centered, connected, understand those who don't agree with us. Hopefully they can understand us, is by being very carefully attuned to these deeper frequencies of who we are.
I love this. And of course, we talk a lot about healing on the show, healing of all areas of our life, really. What would you say is the essence of healing? How can a person tap into that energy or consciousness in a way that allows healing on all levels?
Thank you. That's an excellent question. It's really very simple. I have one of my radiance meditations that it's like 30 seconds, and I'd love to share that with you right now.
Yeah.
So just close your eyes and just watch your breath from what I call the silent watcher. This is the observer mind. So you're just watching your breath. And as you watch your breath, bring your mind now into your heart. And imagine in your heart there is a flame of light, a candlelight, or a star of light. And just put your mind into the center of that light. And with your breath, just imagine that that light is expanding from your heart, through your lungs, through your chest, and your whole body, until you feel this warm light, this warm feeling. And now just open your eyes and come back. How was that?
I love
Lovely.
you.
That worked.
Very
It's
transformative.
that
Yeah.
simple. See, it's that, and that, by using that visualization, what you've just done is you've activated all your hormones. You've turned on your parasympathetic nervous system to follow your intention. And because light, as you know, being a doctor of divinity, that's the universal principle of the Creator, and it's pure love, and that's who we are.
It's so important that we act out of that love and out of that fear.
Absolutely. And I found that this short meditation, like if you have fear or anxiety, go into this anytime during the day, and you'll just, you'll feel that warm feeling. It'll just melt away.
Just fantastic, you know, and my experience, I had a lot of trouble as a child and even as a young adult visualizing anything. It was just very hard for me to kind of stick to one picture. But I discovered that through meditation, that's what I love about what you just did, was that by learning to meditate first, I was able to sort of clear out the space where I could visualize in a more powerful, focused way, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I also, want to say not everybody visualizes, but even if you don't see a light, go into the feeling. What do you feel in your heart? That point of warmth, of softening. That's a real energy. And it's actually more real than this table. That is the truth of it.
So true. So tell people, I think there's a lot of misunderstanding of what a mystic is. And
Yes.
that, I mean, really, I believe anybody and everybody is a mystic. It's just how much they do their work to unveil their consciousness.
Absolutely.
But what is your definition of what a mystic is?
Thank you. And I really appreciate you bringing that up, because my real reason for being out here is to say, hey guys, we're all mystics in there. Open the door.
Your problems are, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah, the cobwebs, because this is what's inside. So a mystic is someone who is grounded in this world, and yet also grounded in a greater reality. The mystical part of you understands that you are a citizen of this world, but you are a resident of another world. And that world is a private world, right?
That's beautiful.
It's the world where you can fly. It's the world where a leaf will bring you a transformation, or you might even see an angel, or have a dream, or a chance meeting of someone, and you go, wow, I feel like I've known you, and just meeting you has changed my life. That's you as a mystic.
I love that. One of my favorite teachers would always say, your only problem is you think you haven't realized already. You think you're not a mystic essentially already. That's your only problem. If you could actually sort of uncover and let go of that basic premise, you'd be able to realize or recognize that which you already are.
Wow.
That is so beautiful, and that's absolutely correct. We're already that light. We're already our potential. We just have to let that drop away, those doors drop away of what we were told we were not, right?
I just love that. It's just, and it's so inspiring. One of the metaphors that he uses that you speak to, that you sort of underscore and remind me of, is he would say, it's like dreaming that you're a beggar. And in this dream, you try so hard to become rich and to become successful and to become happy. And all you really need to do is let all that go and just wake up from the dream. Because you're already those things, rich and successful and
then
happy.
also, it's really important to understand, what is rich, what is success. Because we all have a God-given potential of a mission that we're here to do. And sometimes our mission may not be what we think it is, but it may be something that brings us even more happiness and more a feeling of goodness and satisfaction in our life. My husband and I also have been talking this year that we are in the age of surprise. And as a mystic, I had a deep mystical experience where I saw a light on a throne, and it really did happen. And I was told by this light, welcome, you have entered the age of surprise. And I said, well, what do you mean? And this voice said, Well, we are in the age of transformation, of surprise. Expect many, many surprises. But I want you to know and share with everybody what tools to use to meet this age of surprise so that you can transform during the surprise.
So true.
Oh, I
So
love it.
beautiful.
I love it.
I do believe that it's a time where people kind of know the truth. Now it's all about living it and
Yes.
embodying that transformation. And in that is going to be things we've never experienced ever on this planet. It's going to be such a beautiful time. So thank you so much
Amen.
for all your beautiful work. I am
Thank you.
please thank your
We're
husband.
so
For me
happy to be
personally,
here.
that documentary really touched
Thank
my life
you.
and so
Absolutely.
many people I know. So profound work.
Thank you, thank you. And I also just want to say, we're giving this crystal away as a free gift. I
Aw.
brought it, so if anybody would like to,
Yeah.
They should follow you.
Yeah,
leave
follow
a
you.
comment.
that's right. Go to DeirdreHade.com, one of those slashes, crystal gift, and I'm going to be doing a drawing on Facebook on Monday at 5. And
wonderful.
somebody can have
I think
this
the executive
beautiful
producer
crystal.
Victoria Simone just submitted about 1,000 entries. I'm sure of it.
It's a beautiful, and each of these, this crystal's been activated, so I've done an activation on it,
Oh,
so
wow.
that it's a living crystal.
Oh, I love
Thank
it.
you so
Thank you
much
so
for all
much.
for your
Thank
work.
you for what
Really.
you're doing
We'll be back
on
with
this
more.
show.
Good
Thank
morning,
you.
LaLa.